Alrighty. Okay, so hi everyone, how you going? I'm Bronwyn from Divine Inner Alchemy, and with me is my friend Svetlana from Lawkeeper Svetlana. That's her YouTube channel. And we're here to talk about light language. So we both practice light language or are light language practitioners. So yeah, we're going to have a conversation around that. So my first question is so when did you start like transmitting light language and how did it come about? Did you like have an activation? Did you intentionally seek it out? And um, I know from our light language gatherings that we have that you speak it and sign it as well. Do you
Mhm.
also write it? So tell me about your light language journey.
So at an early age, I was, kind of saying things in gibberish with mixed with English and did not know it was light language until 2024 when I was intentionally looking for like-minded people, and it led me to the Stargate circles. And at that time, you were, running and still running were gatherings, and it's like, ooh, light language, what is this? I want to sign up. And basically, the first time I did it, I didn't expect to transmit light language of the whales inside my normal light language. And it's like that must have been my activation to do this more at a public level, at a light and love level than, thinking that I'm just cussing in gibberish. And that's what, got me really going into transmitting language. So I do speak it, I do sign it, but I don't do it like written or like in auto out forms, but it's mostly spoken and weaving basically. Sometimes I will get up and do like a dance, and it can
Mhm.
be incredible to watch sometimes because it's like I'm moving so much energy and I need to use my body as a conduit, and
Mm.
that's just like this just starts and it just starts, and it's it's a lovely experience to transmit light language and to
Yeah.
also receive it too.
Yes, for sure. I agree. And I really love that word weaving. I don't know why I've never thought about that before, but that's perfect. Weaving, because I understand, because sometimes that's what happens for me too, when there's certain pieces of music that come on, it's just like my body's like, come on, and away I go. And I know, that I'm shifting and moving energies and it's not just my hands, or sometimes it can be, but yeah, when there's music involved, generally it's like my whole body. And weaving, I like that. Yeah, I'm going to use that from now on, weaving light language. Yeah, that's such a
Yeah, I
beautiful.
remember last year, I think, no, only this year before, no, it was last year actually. I did ask about light language weaving, and I think I remember you liking that post, and like I remember some of the responses. It's like, you just call it whatever, but
Yeah.
weaving is definitely one of the better terms because it's definitely like,
Mm.
weaving energy into like a tapestry, basically.
Yeah, beautiful. The other thing I also really liked what you said is about, it started out as like what you would were just terming as gibberish, because I would have to say that was probably my experience as well. Not when I was younger, but I lived at this ashram that was based around Osho's teachings. And he has like so many meditations that he developed when he was, when he was in his um, prime and had his thing in his ashram in Pune. And one of those meditations was gibberish. And we used to sit and do it. We'd sit in a circle with, me with the other people that were there, and it would be that's the thing. You have got to speak gibberish, and his whole thing idea was just shake up the mind, just really shake the mind up. It was all about shaking up the mind. But I have to say that was probably one of my favorite meditations because I loved it so much and I found it so easy. Like I'd start doing it and it would just be like, and I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to, whatever. And I didn't realize that's what it was at the time. But when I started speaking light language and then I kind of looked back at that later on, it was just like, oh yeah, that would have been what it was. It was, yeah, like gibberish slash light language. So that's one of my things that if people say to me, oh, how can I start to learn light language? It's one of the things I say. It's like, just start speaking gibberish. Yeah. So yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Welcome.
And so what was it like for you, when you first started transmitting light language in the beginning? Like, did you think it was weird? I know for me, I thought it was very weird. I questioned my sanity, wondered whether I was making it up. So kind of like, what was it like for you?
It was natural for me.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay.
because I never shut it out down in me. So when I first did it online, it felt natural in a way that it just was part of me, but in a way, not the natural light language that I would normally end up, transmitting in most of the gatherings. It was so different that it threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, beautiful. And so do you understand? Because like for me, I don't often get like there's not kind of a meaning that comes through. Sometimes I might get little thoughts, but do you understand when you're transmitting light language? Do you understand what's being said? Is it, and if you do, is it like how does that um how does it come through? Is it just like a knowing, or like do you get thoughts in English or another language? I'm guessing. Do you speak another language besides English and light language?
Um, Not exactly. I'm passively bilingual, which means I understand another language, but I don't speak it
Ah,
or
okay.
write it or read it. Like a little bit. It's Russian,
Ah, yes, yes.
but but I only speak English.
Yeah. So, because I know from the gatherings, there was a lady who used to come in the beginning, and she's from Estonia. And even though they've got their own language, she said it's really strange. But when I speak light language, she said and when I'm, uh, getting messages about what it is, it's in English, which is her second language. So yeah, do you like how is that for you? Do you understand? Is it images or feelings or like how is that for you?
So it rarely happens, but it's sometimes English. So sometimes I will, doing the transmission, do light language, then, have it translated in English,
Mm.
um, like you do sometimes.
Yeah.
But like rarely I get auto information like feelings or see images. Like I remember one time, I was at a live light language gathering session where I actually saw the blue light that, came through in March of this year to wash the third eye. I saw flashes of that blue light in multiple times, and then like I felt out of things happening, like things getting, released. Like one time was like a shawl over me, keeping me nice and warm and safe. So yeah, I do get feelings when I receive light language, but I don't really get information when I transmit it. So
Yeah.
I think it's because it's too much for me to process
Mm.
right now. Perhaps later on it's going to become more, fluid and simultaneously that I can process the light language.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, my soul can, not per se my ego.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying in the interview I did with Gloria Grace yesterday that um, I like you and many other people, I don't get a lot of um, meaning behind what I speak. Sometimes I do. And I've been just recently, it's like I heard, when I was speaking light language and, my mind is like I do my best to park it in neutral or just to kind of stick it in the background, but quite sometimes it's just still there, even in the background going, searching for a meaning, like what does this mean? What is it? What's the translation, And and my higher self or my guides or whatever anyway was whatever it was I just heard this stop grasping and searching and just relax and it will come in time, so I'm waiting for that. But yeah, but also I think it's our minds, that want that translation. If we just actually sit back and just allow the energies to flow over us and through us, then you know uh, thoughts will arise or feelings or not, it'll just have an effect. So yeah. Yeah, beautiful. Um, and so I know this one for you because I know through our gatherings that there's been times where, you've said and communicated with people, oh, I felt that that energy was Atlantean or that energy was Lemurian.
Mhm.
So for your own stuff, when you are actually transmitting light language, do you know who or what energies are transmitting through you? And is it mostly one or like being or energy like the majority of the time, or are there like multiple ones that frequently come through you?
So I'm basically an open channel, so I do allow anyone to come through, any light beings of light and love. Um, I've channeled my Atlantean self, Detmar, who is one of my guides, and an ascended master, one of the more newly ones. The dragon model has come through in our, especially in our last gathering. I had,
Mm,
the draconic energy. Um, Sometimes the Arcturians come through, Pleiadians. Even the Three Eye Atlas came through in light language, and that
hmm.
I have a video of that on my YouTube channel. That was an experience, just that strange, staticky energy of the Three Eye Atlas. It was something.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't watch it yesterday, but I may go back and have a look at that. But yeah, I didn't get to that one of your videos, but I did see that you had one of those on there, 3i Atlas. So that would have been really interesting, actually. Yeah, yeah. Um, and so like how do you use light language in your life? Like how do you use it? What do you use it for, if anything?
So mostly sharing with others online with you, well, circle and another circle that I try to come to. I also do it in person because I have actually found a group of star seeds and a group of that also practice light language. And once a month, we do a thing called Thriving Thursdays, which used to be called Reiki Share. And we're basically some of us are volunteer to be heroes, and we actually don't per se do actual, like what traditional Reiki is, but we do, energy work. And some of that becomes, energy work with our hands, with like what our guides tell us, but also a lot of that comes in form of light language. And some of us will do spoken light language during the healing. And I
Yeah.
remember one time we actually had doing when I was with one of the receivers, we actually had a conversation in light language in two different dialects. It was interesting and a really interesting feeling, but it was like very, loving and
Mm.
healing for them and for me.
Yeah, beautiful. So you use it mostly for on with other people rather than healing for yourself or anything like that. Do you use it for healing for yourself?
Not really. I used to, but it's mostly with people because I'm at the point of in my life where I want to co-create, not just, do things for myself. And I want to, do more things for others. But I know I will be guided to if I end up moving in that direction too much to move back to, balance myself out again. So not per se soon, but most likely it might happen when I need to remember that I need to heal myself too, because I have a lot of, shadow work that needs to be, acknowledged and, healed. And I think light language is one of the tools that could help me heal that.
Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, yeah, we've all got shadows, right? So I love that you do it for other people though, and do it in a um, kind of Reiki style, that's really, really good. Yeah, I've used it sometimes for not so much for healing people, but there's been some times where people are talking to me about, what's going on in their life at the time that's challenging. And then I start getting this like, I can feel it like wanting to come through. And fortunately, most of the time that it's happened, it's been with people that are actually open to doing it. So I'll just say, "Oh, light language is wanting to come through. Is that okay?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, okay, sure." And come through, and it's been really helpful. But it's not been anything I've actually set out to do. So um, yeah. So I don't know if you can hear that beep, beep, beep behind me. It's it's
Mhm.
garbage truck day. Yeah, yeah. Um, there's something else I was going to say then. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's gone. Um, and sorry, I'm just going to close my window. No, I'm not. I'll just let it go. So what, if anything, have you told like your friends and family about light language? And if you have told them, because I know like myself and many other people I know that they haven't really talked too much about their family. It's not like they've hidden it, but they don't really talk about it with their family or many friends. They've got maybe some friends, but yeah. So what's that like for you? Have you talked to your family about it? Do they know that's what you do? Or, what about your larger circle of friends? How is that for you? Are they
So,
supportive?
my parents and my brother know that I do spiritual stuff, but they're not into it. I've tried to share light language to my mother, my brother, but I think I freaked them out. So
Yeah.
I've taken the best advice from one of my light language practitioners, Akela, and he said, just don't care. You don't need to worry that they're afraid because it's natural. Like there's so much darkness that is and the shadows. So when the time comes, they will understand
Mm,
or not because they may have made that choice of staying in the dark. So not to impede on anyone else's free will. So I didn't really talk to my friends about late language. A few do know, even a few of my ex co-workers, but Most of the new friends that I've made that I will could call my true authentic friends, my actual tribe,
Mm.
they all practice and share and accept, you know, light language.
Yeah.
So it's that, the new beginnings and stuff that light language has allowed me to, experience.
Yeah, I think it's great that you've got that you've connected with other people in your area that that speak and share light language. So you've got that sense of community around it, and it's not weird, you know, amongst different people. I think there's more people out there, my own experience is that there are loads of people out there that actually speak it that you have no idea speak it. Like I've had several occasions where I've started talking about it more openly with people, whereas before when it first started, I didn't really, unless I felt really safe with people, I wouldn't tell them I speak light language. But now I just, I'll just talk about it reasonably freely with people I might just meet on the street. And I'm quite surprised because there's been like two, maybe three times where I've been speaking to people. Like I remember one time in a health shop in Alice Springs and I was and I said, "Oh yeah, I speak light language." And this lady was, "Oh, I speak light language too." It was just like, "Oh wow, really?" So yeah. And then of course, we've got our community that we do online with our gatherings. I think that's nice. But yeah, I remember when I first started, it was just, I felt like, oh God, I'm going to be weird amongst the weirdos. Now I'm going to be even weird amongst the weirdos. Bloody hell. Yeah. But yeah, I think in the time since I started speaking it, heaps more people are speaking it, and it's become quite a known thing now. It's not like, yeah, yeah. And so my final question is, do you have any vi advice or yeah, let's just call it advice or feedback or any advice is probably a better word. Do you have any advice that you would give to anyone who maybe has just started speaking light language and maybe a little bit unsure of themselves and questioning and doubting, or also any advice for people who have discovered light language and don't actually speak it themselves but would like to? So that's kind of a twofold
So
question.
So basically, since we are like very social beings and we have social media, basically try to find evil in-person groups that do it, where you can just come in and just maybe for the first few sessions to sit and receive. If you feel guided to transmit, go for it. Same thing online. Find online groups like Brown War Group Brown when or like Shanice's Sporel's light language group that meets once every 2 months
Hmm.
is a good group for like people mostly in American time because she does it like at like 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hmm.
So that's more American time. But for you, Browning, when you do it once every month and you have more friendly times for most of the world.
Yeah.
Even
7:30
when it's
Eastern time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time is actually pretty good for Australia. It's better than 10 a.m. Pacific time.
that's true, that's true. Yeah, 7:30 Eastern would be like early afternoon for you, right?
I think it'd be early morning. Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, it would be
like
in the morning
uh,
sometime. Because you're Eastern
like
time. Are you
11.
Eastern time?
Yeah,
So what
yeah,
time
it's
is
like
it for you?
11:30 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It'd be about that. Yeah, which is nice. Yeah. Whereas
Mhm.
like I said, to 10 a.m. Pacific time, which 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Pacific time seems to be what a lot of people Like at least organizations I follow, that's where they do things, and it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning over here, and it's just like, no, I'm not. That just
Yeah,
is
it's
it
because a
disturbs.
lot seem to be in America in America's functioning on West Coast time,
Yes,
on
yeah,
Pacific time.
for sure, for sure.
But
Okay.
yeah, just finding groups and just listen to ourselves, self, listen to our guides. You would just know where to go, basically.
Mm,
You will just know. Either you will get the feeling or you would just know, or it's gonna come through any of what I would declare as like maybe clairvoyantly with an image or like outwardly with like,
mm.
hey, do it or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's good advice. And I like what you said about just asking, your guides, and it will come through, because that's kind of what happened to me when I first started speaking. It was just like, oh, there wasn't a great deal of it online when I started, speaking. I mean, there was, but it was not as easy to find as it is now. And I remember sort of just saying to my, guides in the universe, it's like, okay, like, come on, I would really like to meet other people that do this, and preferably in my local area. I really would like to not feel alone in this. I don't want to feel alone in this. And it was really interesting because it was really not long after that, like within a very short period of time, that I went to this gathering that I was going to regularly. It was like in COVID, so we were, it was a lot of people that were um, not conforming. Or just were choosing their health and different things over getting the jibby jab. And so we used to meet regularly, and I sat down. There was a circle. It was outside, so there was like a gathering of maybe 10, 11 of us, and I sat down, and this woman sat next to me that I'd not met before, and it was like, oh hey, how you going, la 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 la. And then, the gathering started, and we went round, and everybody got like a certain amount of time to share, you know, whatever they wanted to share. And when it was this woman's turn, she said, "Okay, I've never shared this. I'm going to share something. I've never shared this in person before. I've never shared this before with people." And straight away, I knew she was going to do light language. I just had this feeling, oh my God, she's going to speak light language. And, she started speaking light language to the group. And it was just like, my whole beingness just wanted to join in with her. But I didn't, because I didn't know her, and I didn't want to, like interrupt and what have you. But afterwards, it was just like, oh my God, I speak light language too. And then there was also another lady at the gathering. So, here I am, I've asked to speak, to find people, and I go to this gathering, and there's two more. There were three of us out of a group of like 10 or 11 people. There were three of us that spoke light language. I was just like, that's amazing. See, ask and you shall receive. So, yeah,
Mhm.
so I think
For sure.
that's good advice that you've given and reminded us of. Just actually ask your guides, ask the universe. Yeah, fabulous. Okay, well, they're all the questions that I have. Um, so hey, shall we speak light language? Let's have a conversation in light
Yep.
language.
hmm
The best part, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna we'll just go backwards and forwards here. So like I'll start and just go
Mhm.
backwards and forwards, and then at some point I'll kind of just get this. Like yesterday, it was like my second round. It was like, is this, no, no, you need to do another round. So I'm just gonna follow my guidance, and then um I will then just close that out or whatever, and then we can talk about your YouTube channel after that. So,
Mhm.
alrighty, beautiful. Okay, and so for the listeners out there, if you're still with us, congratulations, well done, and we really appreciate you being with us. And so, if this is new to you, then I would suggest that you Just find somewhere to be comfortable, like just sit or lay down and just relax. Um, Close your eyes so that your mind is not distracted and just receive. Set an intention to receive. There's no, it's all benevolent energies that come through us. And so there's no need to kind of worry about anything like that. Um, yeah, so just receive and do your best to park your mind in neutral, or just push it to the back because it will naturally be wanting to kind of know, what are you talking about? What's this mean? What's it? What I don't understand. Um, but as I said, just do your best to park your mind in neutral. Allow the energies to sort of just wash over you and through you, and just and set that intention to just receive, and that it's for your highest good, and that whatever is meant to come through to you will come and do whatever it's meant to do for your highest good. Okay. All right. In saying that, let's go. So, like I said, just close your eyes. And I just first like to do some grounding. So, bringing your attention to your breath, just watching your breath coming in and out of your body, breathing in and out, and just slowing the breath down, taking it deeper into your body. And just allow that slowing down of the breath, and particularly the out breath, just to allow your body to relax. And you can consciously ask your body to relax as well. Just being in a relaxed and receptive state, feeling very connected to the earth and grounded. So you can visualize cords of energy going through the soles of your feet or through whatever part is touching the floor, the ground, the earth. And visualize cords, energetic cords of energy coming down, wrapping around the earth or the core of the earth like the roots of a tree, so that you're nice and grounded into the earth. It's a two-way street, so you can feel the earth's energy, the consciousness of the earth coming into you as well. And you can actually specifically ask for that if you like. And as I said, just open to receive. E la kosha mamale ke aturu ye aturu si mana yatara ke aluya. E aturu shi se taramane ki atu. I e la turu ya te o maraya. Tari e she saturuma te ki la kare aturu ya. Ne nanamore e tarashi si tataturi ale e ke arakula ya taraya. Ne turu ye ma shi si tara ke aluku ye te aruya. Mi u kaya tara ye I e tara usha si tati nene ne atu moya ya. Taki irokoya, tiki I e tara te I taru umoya tari adia. Ne tatushi si tatati araya. Ne I le ataraya te aturu u me atarakaya taraya e she sa tatu I ataraya. Umanayatara kayatara yatara uto I itara karashi se tatatarine nenene anumu nanayatara yatara yatara kuke ale yatara yashasi tatatara ye. Ne nanayatu muye e atarukaya yatara. Menanara ishe se tatutu yatara are yatara ki yatara yatara ki. Ne nanayatutu uye e tarake yatatata yomoye yatara I yelala yatara ya. Ne nanano ia ia tatatati, ishe tatatu, kuri atara ia te e. E la ia ia tate ia tatata u ye tara ia. Mea turu ye ia 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 tu ia 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 lu ye atata. Ne aturi e asha turu si e atututu. No matara e atati e loku. Turea te ashi se turuma. Ne toru.
Koia na o akai na kuia na kai na kai ia kuia na kai na kai Kia nauka kaia na kuia na kuaia na kaia na ka Iana ku Iana Iana Kaya Kayana Kayana.
O kala sheka ki ala ke akara ke atara ne aye yatare ke e akare akaye katatae raku mana yatae kashe. E karaki anakaya. Iki ile ke e turu umaye a. I she satata. Te I ke e la kare e naraki e ke raraka. E la ke taru uya ke. I nerare e a shatata si. I nananea kumaraya. E la kia tata shisa tatataya. Ne turu I me tatate. Aliate ka iatu. I te tatara umo ye ki e tati I se tatu mariea. E tataru ye atara ye. Inanana ye tatata ye e tatataru uya. I se satate ki I la karaya. Ne nani e taraku I me tarakuku ya. Ulaiti. Tarashi si taraye. Ne nantu ki ye ya. Tura ye nana. E taru ye atu. Mea da ye he he. E nono ye tara ye ki ila te ye taru mo ye atatata ye. I tatara ye tatututi ye tatatu tututu te atatata. Ina nana ye te te atatutu ye te tahi he tutu. O ma ye tarara ya tati ya ye. E na te a shututu sita te te tataturu ye ke ya tara ya u. Mina na ya te ki ye ya. Ture ye ya. Turu ya. Ane e tu kuya. Mai e te ya, ushi te ya. Isa tata u me atara a. U. Mai e. Mai e.
Kaya na kuya na so kaya ya na una ya ya una kaya ya na una kaya ya na una ya na kuya na na kuya na ana kaya na kaya na kaya na kuya na kaya na kaya na kuya na kuya na kaya na una kaya na una kaya Yana kai yana kua yana ya kua yana kai yana kua yana kai una kai yana kai yana kua yana kai una kai yana kai kua yana kai yana kai una kai Iana kaya na anda ya kaya na ikuya na kaya iana kaya na iona kaya na una kaya iana kaya na una kaya na ana kaya iana kaya na una kaya ina una kaya na iana kuaya na iana ka iana kaya na una kaya na i kaya na Iana kayana una kayana iana. Iana ia kuyana iana kaya ia kayana. Iana iana uana kaya iana kaya i.
And so just allowing the energies and vibrations that have been transmitted to integrate into you, the ones that are there for your highest good. Everything else just falls away. Feeling the stillness that is present. And then just bringing your attention to your breath. Again, just watching as it comes in and out of your body, becoming aware of your body, feeling your body, feeling your feet on the floor, feeling your body where it's connecting with whatever you're sitting or lying on, becoming aware of the room that you're in and the surroundings around you, and where your body is within that room and surroundings. Remembering your connection to the earth and that you are grounded into the earth. And then when you're ready, you can just open your eyes and come back fully. You may like to wriggle your fingers or your toes or stretch your body in some way to really help that process of coming fully back into your body. Mm, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
Yeah. I was saying to Gloria Grace yesterday, I love the stillness, that I
Mhm.
feel um, when we when I communicate in light language with other people. I mean, I can feel the stillness in at other times, like if I like just allow light language to come through just when I'm by myself or when I meditate, I can feel it, but it seems to be much more palpable and deeper when I'm doing it with other people, when you're doing it in a group or in unit, yeah, in connection with other people. It just kind of seems to amplify that stillness. Yeah.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that too, your language as
Thank
well.
you.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And so did you want to talk a little bit about your YouTube channel? Floor
So,
Keeper Svetlana. So I know you had a blog and then we were talking about this before we actually started recording that you found it much easier just to go to video. So yeah, do you want to talk a little bit about your YouTube channel?
yeah, so right now in the month of December, I'm just taking it off. You know, because right now I'm in a period of like doing a massive information overload as because I'm shifting in frequency, so my perspective is changing,
Uh-huh.
where like it's like going to the grocery store to buy food and hearing Christmas music, it is a terrible feeling for me. It is so bad where it's like, why am I shopping? Why am I shopping here? Oh yeah, because it's the only place I can get the food I need.
Yeah.
So it's so bad. Like it's like I'm at a period of like definitely like my perspective shifting because even anything for like messages from like let's say Chiron via Lee Hale, that's even too much for me. It's like I like already know this. It's like please tell me something new that I don't know. My soul does
Mm.
not know. So right now, I'm in a process of reassessing various aspects of my life. Career is one of them, and my online presence. And like, what do I really need to be really doing online? And one of them is definitely stay with making videos on you and posting them on YouTube. Because there is definitely a lot of people out there that need to hear this too, because they need to feel, supported that they're because they're going through that same,
Mm.
feelings and they might feel lost, but having a guiding light and a bridge will help them the best. So that's what I'm doing. Like, it started with like low key well, it started with Light Language Fridays as an idea from Naruto Stargazer named Ina. And we were like doing a circle for a bit, and then she was guided to do whole uh, monthly activations. So it left me with Hall and saying, no, I want to keep doing my light language. Then
Mm.
that became okay. I'm transmitting light language without like context. Okay, let me add context to these light language transmissions. So low people wisdom Mondays came into play where I was introducing a topic and just talking about the topic with the wisdom that and the knowledge that I have and what's coming to my soul. And sometimes I had like channeled messages from beings on these topics too, mainly my doctor teacher guide, Dietmar Schoenherr, who is also apparently one of the new ascended masters here to help humanity on this planet at this time, and he's also becoming and his soul is evolving into being from a ascended master to a cosmic master, and he will be on the council that will be supporting the new oath after 2032 comes. Maybe earlier than that, maybe like 2028 is what
Mm.
I'm getting. And then I also have done auto videos. I've actually gotten into doing some of the trance mediumship demonstrations with red light to see if people can see if who I'm blending with, like to see if people are seeing it like clairvoyantly, or even if it's actually obvious on video, because I am very into mediumship. I have training in evidential mediumship from the spiritualist church I go to, and
Mm.
I'm actually working on getting certified to do that church and also be a lay person to give sermons too. And but I'm also very interested in the other types of mediumship, like trance mediumship, which is, going deeper. Channeling is one of them, either light language or, spoken English. And like it would be really cool for me to go into direct voice speaking, like how there's like only like one medium that I can think that is doing that on YouTube right now, which is Elaine Trope, who lets her guide Jonathan Hunter to speak through her from whole voice, but with his voice using whole voice box.
Yeah.
Or like the medium who has crossed over in the 2010s, also cannot think of his full name, but the one who channeled Saul Arthur Conan Doyle, being one of his guides. Being
Ah,
able to
okay.
hear his voice is just, oh my God, that guy's voice is so relaxing, and the wisdom that he has. But like being able to hear uh the actual voices of these beings when they were on this planet is cool. Or
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah, like, I even gonna admit it, like physical mediumship is pretty cool to me too. I've actually been able to experience a physical mediumship darkroom phenomenal session. It was so cool. It was done by Michael Shane and Julia Andiano, and it was the coolest experience ever. I even got to hear how Lady Nada, one of the Ascended Masters, presents herself to a group of people, and her voice. If you have all seen Lady Doubtfire, that's the voice. It's Lady Doubtfire. That,
Ah, okay. Yeah.
manly women voice basically. But it was just the coolest experience. And then I also seen the Michael Shane do bullet readings and also occult stones out of nowhere. And I have some of those occulted stones too. It's just like there's so much like that we can do.
Mm.
It takes so much energy.
Yeah.
It's like because we are all multi-dimensional beings. I'm definitely one of them because I know I can interact with outer dimensions because I clair with clairvoyance I'm able to see what I'm doing in outer dimensions, like the fifth dimensions. Or like I know that like I will be doing something like my etheric body would do it before my physical body would do it.
Yeah,
So it's like
okay.
almost like it's almost like when like cats and dogs look and they see something, but you don't see what they're seeing.
Yes,
That's what I'm
yes.
basically doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will make it obvious, but like basically with my what I'm going to be doing on my going back to the YouTube channel is
Yeah.
more transmediumship demos. Maybe work on more like channeled messages, more light language. I really want to like co-create a community and even start bringing people onto my YouTube channel, like,
Mm.
like these types of
Yeah, like
interviews
this.
to
Yeah.
like, be able to have more examples than just, solo doing it. Because every time I try to be online, I want to create something. What I find is I'm having difficulty doing that solo.
Yeah.
But I also have the pull to like, hey, what's better? Be content creating for some like for like do it on like Medium or you know get it published like in like the Sundona journal, like get my work published so more people can see than like you know doing it solo because it's like the visibility isn't there and it's very disheartening for me and it is kind of disencouraging for me to
Yes.
keep going and doing this. So it's like the whole element of being an individual where like it might be better for me to do that like at in my career, but to be my true authentic self, I need unity. I need to be able to co-create. I need to
Mm.
cooperate with others to create, the create love and light and create a really better world to live in, to
Yeah.
like really experience like I really would like to live in an eco village. I
Yeah.
would like to live, walk, and play in an eco village because it would actually keep me correctly stimulated.
Yes.
than right now because I'm struggling. I'm really struggling on keeping myself correctly stimulated.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on being in the eco village. And also too, I'm discovering, so I'm in, with this YouTube. Well, we're going to put this, I'll send you the recording. You can put this on your YouTube channel too, as
Mhm.
but with mine, I'm just starting. I've got like one subscriber and it might even be me. I don't know. But yeah,
I don't have many myself.
I get what you mean. It's disheartening when putting things out there and you're not getting much sort of feedback or much traction on it. And for me, I'm finding that I think I got the information a few years ago that the time for the lone wolf is done. We've all been lone wolves for a large part of our life because we had to be that way. But now the time is done for that, and it's time to start collaborating and co-creating with people. And I find that when I do that, it's more effective in whatever way, not necessarily in putting things out there on social media because I haven't really done that. Like I said, I'm just starting out, but I know within my own self when I'm co-creating and collaborating with other people, it seems to flow much easier and yeah, so I understand that. So yeah, but beautiful.
Yeah, and it's like I'm gonna admit it, I don't feel like right now. I think it's because the Stargate circles, they were still, developing it. Like,
Mm,
yes, it's a social media platform, but it could be more than a social media platform.
yeah,
It could be, more for these very, people like us that want to co-create and
yes,
cooperate and like build off of that, rather than, hey, it's just another social media platform because that's what I kind of found. But it did allow me to find people that I wanted to interact with, but I never really stayed in contact. Like Crystal Stallhout. Like I did get to speak to her, but that connection is lost because the platform is down.
yeah,
Though I'm with Sheila B. Tulik's Ascension Academy group, but just within that, I know who they are, but like I haven't really branched outside that group either. So it's like I really want like venues that support what we really should be really doing now,
yes,
basically
yeah, yeah,
online.
yeah, yeah, I agree. Brilliant. Okay, well, I'm going to end this now. So thank you to the viewers for watching. And
Yes, thank you.
yeah, and like hit the like button and the subscribe button. What do you say? Ding that bell
Let
on
me do it. So
whatever
if you
channel.
like this sorry,
Yeah,
if
no,
you
go.
like this content, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell
Hit that bell.
hit that bell to be notified for new content like this.
Yeah. Yeah, on whatever channel you're watching this, so whether it's my Divine Inner Alchemy channel or Svetlana's Lawkeeper Svetlana channel, then do that. And if you're interested in joining the light language gathering circles that Svetlana and I have both been doing and that I've mentioned a few times, then I'm going to put a link. I'll put my email address in the information section or the whatever the section is down the description section, I think it is. And I'll
Mhm.
also put a link to Svetlana's website there as well. So yeah, beautiful. All right. Uh, Bye for now, everybody. So I'm just gonna end the recording. Okay, bye.